Hello everyone, welcome to Movie Recap Channel. Today we are going to see a comedy adventure movie recap titled Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. The film begins with Ace, the overly dramatic and eccentric pet detective, and he's at the Himalayas wrapping up a rescue operation. There only remains a raccoon to be rescued, and Ace is intent on saving the animal. But the operation doesn't go well, and the raccoon falls to its death. The whole scene is a parody of the movie Cliffhanger. Ace is devastated and joins a Tibetan monastery to heal his heart. It is there that he is approached by Fulton Greenwall, a British correspondent working in the fictional African country of Namibia. The abbot, excited that Ace could finally be leaving them, lavishes him with fake excuses for him to accept Fulton's offer. When he leaves, the whole monastery erupts in cheers and rejoices. While on the plane on their way to Namibia, Fulton tries to get Ace up to speed on the situation between the Wachati and Wachutu tribes, but Ace is very disruptive and listens little. Once in Namibia, it is Ace's reckless driving that gets them to meet the consulate Cadby in time. However, Ace humiliates the consulate by whipping him like he whipped the horse that carried him, and also commenting on how he doesn't shake his penis vigorously after peeing. Cadby wants Ace to retrieve a missing Wachati sacred animal that disappeared immediately after being offered as dowry payment for the Wachati princess. Cadby believes this is the work of poachers who have stolen the bird for trading on the black market. On the way to the Wachati tribe village, Greenwall informs Ace that the Wachati sacred animal they are looking for is a white bat, and Ace immediately recalls his fear and disgust for bats. When they reach the village, Ace is up to his usual antics again. He forces a sneeze to scare the people, calls out an elder for sitting with his balls out hanging, and disrupts a young warrior's balance training. They meet the Wachati chief, who proceeds to spit straight on his face. Greenwall informs him that it is a sign the Wachati chief likes him. Ace, in retaliation, conjures up the biggest spit and mucus dose from deep down in his gut and spits on everyone, including the prince. Everyone leaves the tent laughing at Ace's antics while drenched in his spit and mucus. The chief then shows Ace the sacred hut where the white bat used to live and was stolen. When Ace mistakenly steps on the sacred ground, the chief is furious. Ace apologizes, but behind the chief's back, he continues to dance and play around on the sacred ground. Ace begins his investigation by visiting the white bat sacred hut again, but alone this time in the dead of night. He combs the entire hut for fingerprints but doesn't find any. However, he finds a clue in the form of a black feather. Later outside, the Wachati princess tries to seduce Ace, but Ace quickly remembers his oath of celibacy and rejects her. A few minutes later, though, Greenwall catches him masturbating in his hut. Ace, Greenwall, and Uda go to investigate the bat caves, but Ace is reluctant to enter the caves due to his primal fear of bats. When Uda happily offers him a torch, he grudgingly obliges. Inside, he finds another black feather, but he loses his torch and is chased away by bats. Ace suspects the feathers he's been finding belong to Burton Quinn, a safari park owner. In a play of disguises, Ace hides with a family of monkeys, a herd of hippos, and even a pride of lions in a bid to follow Burton. Finally, he conceals himself as a rhino and eavesdrops on Burton's secret meeting with a poacher. However, when the meeting concludes, Ace is stuck in the robot rhino, and as the temperature rises, he funnily extricates himself from the fake animal rear to the horror of spectating tourists. Ace finds Mr. Burton and ties him up for interrogation. When Burton confesses that he didn't steal the white bat, though he had an idea about doing that, Ace realizes he may have mistakenly suspected him. Once untied, Mr. Burton has Ace and his pet monkey thrown out of a moving vehicle into the jungle. In the jungle, he is struck by several poisonous darts and he faints. He is rescued by the Wachati and wakes up being attended to by the princess with Greenwall watching over him. Greenwall thinks the darts are from the Wachutu, and accompanied by Uda, they head off to the Wachutu village to investigate. Ace joins the Wachutu dance and is easily caught due to his extravagant dancing style. Uda too is easily caught hiding in the bushes. Due to a language barrier and mistranslation from Uda, the Wachutu tribe become convinced that Ace is here for war. They inform him through Uda that he can only leave alive after passing all of their tests. The Wachutu tests include walking over hot coal, which Ace does by walking over the body of his opponent. In a duel, while standing on a log in a river, Ace unbalances the opponent by unclothing him and towel slapping him until he falls into the river. He also helps a mother deliver a baby by just pressing on her stomach and the baby flies out. The final test is having a duel against the village's elite warrior. Ace loses, but causes everyone to laugh uncontrollably when 2 fatal spear throws hit both of his legs. This makes the chief release all of them for causing them so much laughter. They send him off with a dart to his shoulder. As they head back to the village, Ace gets the chance to analyze both darts and realizes that the Wachutu are not behind the theft of the sacred bat. He sends Uda back to the village with a message for them to prepare for the Wachutu attack the next day. Meanwhile, he tracks the poachers' hideout and finds their hut where they are holding the white bat. He mimics a female silverback mating sounds and lures the poachers away. When he was about to take the bat away, a mysterious person hits him off guard and he passes out. He wakes up floating in a raft together with his pet monkey. However, when nearing a waterfall, the animal abandons him and he falls down the waterfall, but somehow survives. Before heading back, he battles a crocodile and wins. At the village, he tries to connect the dots but fails and decides to meditate to reach the Grand Abbot for help in solving the case. The abbot reminds him to follow the medallion he had left him with. It will lead him to the answer he seeks. However, when he thinks back to how he threw the medallion back at the cave, he gets inspired to solve the case. He goes to the consulate Cadby and outs him in front of Greenwall for pushing the war behind the scenes. Cadby congratulates him for figuring the whole plot out, but turns the tables on him by telling him he is now going to frame Ace instead for the theft of the white bat. While he is taken to jail, Ace calls an elephant being trained at the consulate, who frees him and together they head off to the wilds. Ace rounds up all the jungle animals and they raid the consulate offices, tearing everything down. Cadby tries to get away with the white bat, but he cannot slip from Ace's huge off-road vehicle. He gets into an accident due to Ace's distraction and is thrown out of the car. Ace retrieves the sacred animal and delivers it to the almost warring tribes. The fighting stops and the marriage ceremony goes ahead as planned. However, as the bride and groom consummate the marriage in view of both tribes, the groom gets out and yells in anger that the bride he has been given is not a virgin. The film ends with both tribes united to unanimously hunt down Ace, who deflowered the princess. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to our channel. I'll be back with another interesting movie recap. Until then, take care.